Welcome back, Flow Mistake. This is an Uncle Makara transmission. Today we're talking all about how to be the walking glitch, the walking sex appeal, and understand how to embody the Star Archetype, okay? This is something that I've been exploring quite recently, and I understand that it comes down to alignment, okay? Harmony is very, very sexy. Whether you like to believe in that or not, I'm gonna hopefully, possibly change your mind around this, okay? The character that we're looking at today is Vincent Chase from Entourage, okay? You might have watched the show Entourage. There's also a movie, Entourage, okay? Definitely check out both of those. Basically, the star is always looked at as mythic, as a fetishized object of sorts. They are essentially the blank slate onto which the audience projects their fantasies, their desires onto. So they have an overarching impersonal archetype of the star. You're there to shine, you're there to glow. And the patterns of the mythic star, because the process of myth starts from that helplessness going into the process of almost immortality, okay? And that's kind of the two poles, if you want to understand it. We live in a binary universe, okay? Ones and zeros. It's like some annoying kid is just like playing with the light switch on and off, right? 1 1 0 1 1 1 1. Okay, that's what he's doing. So are we living in a simulation? Are we living in somebody else's brain? Okay, could be a possibility. Okay, science is showing us a lot of signs of this. Maybe you can correct me on this, but I understand the Heisenberg principle. The positioning of an object and the momentum of an object cannot be focused at once, okay? So there's going to be a split. You can either focus on the momentum of where it's going from place to place, it's changing vibe to vibe, and that's focusing on the speed, correct? The other one is the position in space, its locality, its locus of focus, okay? It's locus of focus, bars. Real infinity is stillness. Out of the stillness, out of the meditation, there comes a point of zero, okay? Zero is silence, non-movement. One is movement and direction. You understand that your life is like a sine wave, okay? Including how you flirt. I really want you to understand this on a deep primal level, okay? As you're walking, your gait, your mannerisms are either, matching your archetype. Okay, if you're a man listening to this, your gait is really masculine, right? You've seen these videos where masculine men walk the streets, okay? And look at the responses that they get, okay, from the public. Then you also have a feminine woman crossing the street, okay? Imagine the amount of looks and attention that she gets, okay? And it's all coming down to genetics, okay? It's all really coming down to, this sex appeal. Your physical look will determine your attractiveness, yeah. Of course, your health indicators and so forth. Understand, it's motion, rest, okay? So imagine this is the neutrality point. We're going like this. So positive, negative, okay? And this becomes our baseline level of happiness, okay? We have a default way that we experience the world, our vibe, our set point, okay? And as we're going like this, we're pushing and pulling, as we call it in social dynamics, okay? This is the push up, this is the pull back. This is the push up, this is the pull back, okay? So the push up is basically pushing them away, okay? If you want to understand that, you're just basically saying that, no, I'm disqualifying you, whatever. I'm too good for you, okay? That's the vibe. The other one is, I'm irresistible. Of course you're going to be drawn into my world. And you're actually pulling them in with your words, right? You're giving them compliments and so forth. So there's these two realities that you're playing with as a wave. You become the walking wave. The motion is the cause, then the rest. And then you have another motion, which is the effect, and then the rest. And then the cause, and then the rest, and then the effect, and then the rest. Atoms are vibrating at like 1 billion times per second, okay, guys? And within that, if you zoom in, it's all empty space, okay? So just like how orgasm leads to emptiness, your physical energy and your spiritual energy and your sexual energy all in one are connected, interconnected, okay? They're very similar. It is simply your life force energy, okay? The way you can embrace and embody this tantric riz is to understand that yoga leads to less rigidity. Just like it deals with the flexibility in the body, the flexibility will go up to the mind. Rigidity is an anti-seductive quality. And oftentimes you'll notice that people who are very controlling or pushy, it turns the other person off, okay? But if they're kind of indifferent to it, they're like, yeah, I'll get someone else, whatever, right? They're not attached to the outcome. You start to notice that they're creating a vortex, right? Like a gravitational pull of energy. So needing nothing attracts everything, okay, guys? If you can walk through the world needing nothing, you can just thrive on your own vibe, okay? Your own power source, getting high from your own supply, okay? If you can do that, you don't need anything because you are everything. So I think sex appeal comes down to alignment, okay, harmony. Because think about it, if you want to be universally attractive, like on a mass level, you want to match the demographics of all the, what makes a man attractive, you know? Look at all the countries and boil it down, okay? And the guy is not too feminine, not too masculine, right? He's a good balance of both, and he has some more maybe masculine features and characteristics and so forth. And they have a vibe about them. So they're physical, they're mental, they're emotional, they're energetic. All their 5 bodies, you know, are all linked up, synced up, synchronized up, aligned. You get that? So a person of high integrity is going to walk through the world like differently than somebody who's, you know, trying to appease or maybe seek validation or try to prevent themselves because of their own super ego or like their own moral judgments about themselves. And, you know, the mind stops you actually in this, right? But the no mind frees you into exploring whatever you choose to prefer. So imagine a universally attractive body, right? Imagine the really hulky, like bodybuilder guy, right? Like the Hulk. And then think about the really, really skinny dude with abs, right? You want to be somewhere in between, okay? You don't want to go so much into one extreme. I mean, you can, but then you're going to have that niche type of person be into you, okay? So if you really value that, again, some people, you know, let's say you're a skinny artist, okay? Some girls are really into that archetype, okay? My question back to you is, would that archetype be able to last the test of time, okay? Because I understand that the priest beast, the archetype that we believe in on this channel, is really one of the greatest archetypes known to man and woman, right? Because it is balancing the spiritual with the primal. And a lot of the times we distance those two. We think, oh, that's animalistic, that's lower basal, that's sin, right? We kind of suppress it and then we lock it up, right? Instead of exploring our desires and understanding that everything is relative, everything is complementary. So a lot of these light beings, like for instance, we're going to help one of our acquaintances that we knew, and their deities, their particular deities were like, no, you know, we don't want to work with lower beings. And I was like, why? I don't believe in discrimination in the spirit world either. I don't believe in classifying these beings as like good, bad, because they're all from the mind, right? If you really understand summoning, guys, you'll understand that the mind leads to the spirit, okay? So anything you can envision and create in your mind and hold as imagery, it becomes real. It becomes a thought form over the years, okay? So this is why you can invent your own imaginary friend as a kid, because you're living in that theta wave, right? That suggestible state of hypnosis, imagination, and daydreaming. So you can actually create an imaginative character for yourself, and exactly so, right? I used to do that when I was a kid. And nowadays I have my own imaginary characters. I now live in my reality as is, that they are real, you know, and I am getting impacted by them because clearly I'm seeing the results and I'm confirming it like a, you know, mystic scientist through the data and the observation. So it's not like there are these angels and demons just walking around, okay? They're not walking around like human beings. These are life forms or life patterns at very high degrees, okay? So we understand that the spirit world is tilted to a 45-degree angle, right? When you're doing any magical practices and so forth, you have the sigil or the candle burning or whatever behind the sigil, and then you got to tilt it, right? It's almost like you need that angle to get into that realm, you see? So you got to change your perspective. You got to tilt your perspective to a more magical perspective. So anyway, back to the Star Archetype. That was just a side quest, okay? Let's talk about Vincent Chase, okay? This character is very loving, playful, open, charismatic, okay? All the qualities of a star. Understand that Vincent Chase has this kind of enigmatic quality to him, okay? He's very ethereal. You don't know exactly what he's going to say or how he's going to respond, but you do know that he's just like, he's just going through the motions, okay? Another person becomes a part of our ego. When we see Vincent Chase crush it with women, we have now internalized his character, you see? Most people are too banal or too boring or too real. They're not fantastical enough. You want to have a certain looseness about you when you're playing the Star Archetype, okay? There's no rigidity. It's like your words and actions are just coming from your subconscious mind. You don't have to overthink it. If you are this glittering fetishized object, okay, you have to actually objectify yourself. I know that sounds weird to say that, and the woke mafia will come along and tell you otherwise. The star is the audience's escape from reality. You've got to be an escape from reality, okay? The star is like the opposite of a normie NPC character. You get that? The only issue and drawback with the star is people will get tired of you just basking in this illusion and then move on to the next shiny object, the next star. So what you really want to do to play this long term is you want to keep yourself timeless and formless. Keep yourself, almost etherealize yourself, okay? Don't make yourself so human and human and human. Once the other target moves on to a bigger, better star, you will lose that spot in the sunlight. And so you must regain your spot or your throne in the sunlight by shining. And shining in the sense of not like Jack Nicholson, right? I'm talking about the radiance that you carry. That enigmatic, weird, you can't put a finger on him. He'll just escape because he is the escape. So let's take a look at Vincent Chase and how he acts here in this scene.
Why I'm getting frustrated now is because my client told me that he loved it, had me set in motion plans to put him in it, and then pulled back at the last second. So if not Ari, then why? Why did you tell me you love it?
It's because you loved it so much.
Okay.
And because you were so passionate when you sold it.
Okay.
And because I didn't want to disappoint you.
Vince, you're gonna have to be honest with me if we're gonna be able to work together.
I agree completely. But sometimes it's not so easy to say no to you.
Why, do you think I'm not gonna listen?
No, it's because you're so cute.
I'm cute.
Yeah, when you get all excited and amped up and you furrow your brow, you're really cute.
People?
Hello?
Vince, do you think I'm hot?
What?
Well, you said I'm cute, right? And by cute, did you mean I'm hot and you want to fuck me?
I don't know exactly how I should respond to that.
Well, you had no problem telling me I'm cute in the middle of a business meeting, so why don't you skip the politeness right now and tell me?
You wanna fuck me?
No.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe?
I hate sexual tension, Vince. It always leads to confusion.
I couldn't agree more.
Well, good. Then let's get it out of the way.
How?
By fucking each other's brains out and never talking about it again so we can move on to a very successful and professional agent-client relationship.
Sound good?
To me, it does, yeah.
Great. See you in 20.
Okay.
This is one where he's openly calling his woman who's in charge of, getting him gigs, acting gigs, as cute, okay? Now, girls don't like to be called cute at times, and they think, wait, did you mean cute as in hot? Like, do you want to get with me, right? And she calls him back to confirm. She calls him back to confirm because there's a big question mark left in her mind, and that's what the star does. He leaves big question marks for people. So their mind goes on a Google search, right? Searching for the answer. The star is just basking in the glory of the sun. So Adrian Grenier, as he plays the star in Entourage, notice the dreamlike quality that he has when he's walking with his pack, his entourage. It's weird because it's understanding also that people don't really know who the star really is. His closest friends will get a fraction of who he is. You always question kind of the emotions because the star can incorporate that Hollywood actor aura, right? Like, is he using his acting skills to get angry? Or is he actually angry? Basically, through your mannerisms and your presence, you keep everybody on their toes a little bit, right? When you're around a celebrity and you keep looking back, that's the effect that the star has. It captivates, it fascinates, it intrigues. You want to develop an attention-getting style. okay? Immediately, people recognize you wherever you go. You have a distinct style. You want to basically use your face wisely. You have to learn how to tune your face like a musical instrument almost, okay? Work on your micro expressions, work on little just reactions and ways that you use your face more suggestively, more sexy. Keep people at a distance, okay? So let people admire you from afar, okay? Don't let everybody get super close to you and mesh and entangle in your life. The thing is, you're a fantasy, right? So they can only watch and dream. It's like the halo effect or the celebrity effect that takes over modern culture. You hold yourself back and keep the mystery alive, okay? This is a really important one for the star. You don't reveal all your cards at once, okay? You keep people guessing, wondering, insinuating. Words should be fascinating, diverse, and strange. Like, not everybody's meant to know the meaning of the words that you use, okay? So you can even invent words or add new types of words into your vocabulary that only you and your friends have. It's like an inside joke, and that creates almost a very interesting language type of pattern into the star-like aura. What is the language of the star? The language of the star is poetry, okay? It is that ethereal language of, you know, an erotic novel, the descriptive imagery of just like going into that dreamlike world, okay? Listen to the way that people describe their dreams. And then this happened, and then I was like that, and then I couldn't believe what I saw, right? It goes through this wave that I was talking about earlier. Again, don't be so attached to this, right? Because it's the illusion of a roller coaster. You just remain neutrality all the time, okay, as a star. You don't have to worry about going up and down. It's just like your personality naturally goes, oh, you're so cute. Now get off me, that's enough, okay? It's naturally doing that. You're not trying to do that. You're just teasing, you're just flirting, you're just playing with space-time, your own tantric energy in your physical body. Let's watch this other scene from Vincent Chase, okay? This is one where he's with a British girl, I believe. Let's check it out.
Wow, you girls are from London, and that happens to be E's favorite city.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it just beat out Dusseldorf.
I love Dusseldorf. Where do you stay when you're there?
I'm only kidding. I've never been to Dusseldorf.
Oh. But you have been to London?
Oh, yeah, several times. We stay at the Marriott. It's pretty cool.
So, what are you girls doing in the States?
We're here on business.
Oh, what kind of business are you?
I design linens, and I'm her top sales rep.
Nice.
They're incredibly soft, the linen.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I could show them to you. Perhaps if you like them, you could spread the word. You know, it never hurts to have a celebrity endorse them.
Well, I could never endorse a product that I didn't actually use.
You would use these, I'm sure. Come, I'll show you a sample.
You okay?
They're fine. Heather runs my entire company. She can certainly look after one shy American boy.
Shy.
Ta-ta.
A little better.
Find it hilarious that Nina Agdal was in that movie, in the Entourage movie in the beginning scene, right? Vince has this like very interesting storyline, right? He has all of his close friends with him from the time he was growing up in Queens, in New York, okay? You know, E with his pizza place, and then Johnny Drama, his half-brother, and then just like Turtle, his friend, and so he forms almost this eclectic tribe or community, right? That's what I'm doing, actually, if I think about it. Like, I'm actually creating an entourage, you know, through Primal Sutra. If you're interested in joining this tribe, joining this community, if you resonate with anything that I said, if you're like, man, this guy's onto something, you know, you're intrigued, you're interested, you want to attend the channeling sessions, we did one last night, okay, incredible. I hope you have an incredible day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. Let's get it today, Upward Spiral Gang. May we never be the same again. Oh, let's hit that subscribe button. You already know, man.